Why do you know the word for that?
You've never heard of a cloaca?
No!
Oh my gosh, what's wrong with you?
Who are you?
Have you been in a hole?
I literally was about to bring up cloaca before when we were talking about bird person, but I didn't.
I was thinking of cloacas earlier when we saw some snakes today.
Who are you guys? I've never heard this word in my life.
Hey everybody! Welcome to Fess Up, where the Fess sisters help spice up your conversations with unique and thought-provoking questions. That's right, we're breaking the ice with a sledgehammer!
Kabam!
Boom!
Ka-chow!
If you're listening to this voice, it belongs to Amy, the oldest Fess on the podcast.
This voice belongs to Marissa, the best Fess on the podcast. I can't even get through that with a straight face.
I think you made that joke before.
Well.
Also, it's wrong.
This voice belongs to Ina. I'm just a Fess.
She's going for the humble approach. She's like, this will endear them to me.
Hey, gotta pull what you can.
I thought that she was giving up because she was like, well, I can't top the best, so...
Yeah, that's what she sounds like she's doing, but it's all a ploy. To vie for the favor of our audience.
Okay, fine. This voice belongs to Ina, the manipulative Fess. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, are you kidding though? This is the question.
But the thing is, you've said it and now we'll never know. It's like when you're looking at the two doors in the labyrinth and they're like, one of us tells the truth and one of us always lies. Which one is which? Which is the manipulator? We may never know.
Yeah, is there an actual way to solve that riddle? Because I hear that riddle a lot, and I'm like, is there an answer?
I think there is.
Typically, the answer that they give in the labyrinth, but also that they give in most of the medias, I think, is to ask if the other person was telling the truth. Because if you ask about the other one in regards to this situation, then you can suss out by what their answer is which one they are.
Are you sure? Because, like, if you ask if the other one told the truth.
Yes.
The truthful one's going to say no. And the liar could also just say no, and then you're screwed.
Well, the thing, I'm gonna have to try to talk this out loud so I can remember it, because every time this comes up, I have to redo this whole process. But if you are talking to the door, the liar door, you say, does the other door tell the truth? Then the liar door cannot say yes, because it's a liar.
Right.
And saying yes would mean it's the truth. So the liar door has to say no. And if that liar door is the truth door that you're talking to, then the truth door would have to say no to...
Right? See, this is the problem!
Okay, but what if you just ask it a factual question like, am I a human? One of them's gonna have to say yes, and the other one's gonna have to say no, and then you know that the one that says no is lying.
That's a fair and valid point, and I don't know why people don't do that.
Yeah, wait. Just ask if they like Burger King, and if they say yes, they're either a liar or you don't want to know them.
But if you're trying to get through a door...
I got Burger King the other day, Marissa.
Ew, why?
I went with Mom, we got milkshakes.
Okay, well, I guess that's fine.
Is that all you got?
Milkshakes, and I got fries to dip in the milkshake.
Oh god, see, that's where you made an error. I've gotten food poisoning from 3 different Burger King locations, all in different states. So...
The only good reason to go to a Burger King was back in the day, in like the early 2000s, when they had those fries and they gave you like cheese dust for them and you had to put them in the bag and then shake them up. That was the only good thing about Burger King, and they got rid of it. So
and they had those like round-shaped nuggets.
I think
their nuggets were fun-shaped.
I think they still are.
No, they're not. They
aren't?
just changed them to be like, the nuggets used to have a different consistency, but now they're just like identical to McDonald's nuggets.
No!
Right? Like, if I wanted McDonald's nuggets, I'd go to McDonald's.
Exactly.
Burger King, be your own guy.
Be your own guy.
Literally. Burger King out here painting a clown face on himself.
I mean...
Amy can relate.
He's just trying to be his own meme, you know?
I did always like, as a kid, getting a crown to wear. That was fun.
Yes.
That is also good, yes.
McDonald's should give out clown noses or something.
Then Walgreens would come at them for stepping on their whole thing.
What?
they're a clown nose guy?
No, but they do Red Nose Day or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
which is like for charity.
Yeah, that's a charity.
I have never heard of that.
What? It's very popular with celebrities.
You don't shop at Walgreens, I think.
Well, that's true.
I mean, here's the thing. Shopping at Walgreens is a mistake. It is truly the worst of the pharmacies, especially in New York City where they have Duane Reade. And in fact, in one location of New York City, they have a Duane Reade across the street from a Walgreens. So you think that you are, like, giving into the competition, because they don't advertise that Duane Reade is also Walgreens.
It's both?
So you think, oh, there's two in competition, but actually, they win no matter which one you choose. So it doesn't matter.
Wait, why did they bother having both then?
I do not know. I, to this day, think it's the dumbest location decision I've ever seen.
It's like how Chuck E. Cheese, they have their own pizzeria, so you can order Pasquale's Pizza, and you're getting Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Which is so...
Okay, but Chuck E. Cheese pizza slaps.
What?
No, it does not. That is your grease monkey child brain remembering horrors.
Yeah, you're remembering from the, like, sentimental party mindset.
Okay, well, I haven't had it since I was a child, so...
No, it's nasty.
It was never good.
Okay, well, I guess I don't know for sure, but...
Then don't make such a bold statement. Why were you so confident with that?
I loved it. I love greasy things. I love fried things. If it's cheesy, it's fabulous.
So Ina's probably gonna clog her arteries.
Oh, arteries gone.
Oh, that's fully the plan. Do you know how much butter I put on everything?
Yes, I am aware.
She eats butter with a spoon. Not really, but also maybe.
I would. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I have done that before.
I believe that. I'm not surprised in the slightest right now.
Yeah. Oh. And here I go again, sharing details about me that no listener wants to know.
I think they might want to know that one.
Do they?
Yeah, that one's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, the rest of my stuff isn't interesting.
Well, no, see, that's like a factoid about Ina. And then, like, the other half of the time, you're like, there was this one time that one, like, really specific thing happened to me, and it had to do with my friends also, and, like, it's, like, actually super embarrassing, and I shouldn't tell you.
Well, it's because I'm always like, I'm talking to my sisters, and I forget that this is going on the internet.
Yeah, you would be shocked. Listen back at some of the episodes and hear some of the things you told us all.
It's fine. It's fine.
And some of them we kept in. Why do we do that?
Because you're mean.
To embarrass her.
Yeah.
To punish her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
To punish me for going on tangents. Speaking of tangents, that word really sounds like tangerine, and now I'm hungry.
Okay, so... Did you guys have some interesting thingies to share?
Yeah, today we went for a walk in a swamp, Ina and I.
Mm-hmm. And I looked in the water's reflection, and I saw Shrek. Oh, wait, that was me.
Yeah, he is Shrek. Yeah, we were like, let's go for a walk. And my dad was like, the swamp? And I was like, why would I want to go for a walk in a swamp? And he's like, I've never been before. And I'm like, probably because it's a swamp. The word swamp is not appealing to me. Like, it brings to mind, like, a boggy marsh and, like, a grossness.
Where all the bugs eat you.
Yeah. So anyway, we went to the swamp, and there we saw 9 doggies.
Aww. A good decision after all.
I know. And 17 snakes.
I only saw 15.
They were cute. They were like garter snakes, but, like, it must have been hatching season because there were a trillion of them.
And some of them were really tiny. And they wiggle so good.
Okay, so anyway, the dogs had, like, racehorse names. They weren't named, like, Max or anything. There was one named Maximum Velocity.
They did call it Max, though.
Yeah, but his name wasn't Max. It was Maximum Velocity.
I know. And then they had A Star is Born, and I don't know what they called it. But I assume it's probably Star. Or they just go, A Star is Born, A Star is Born, come here.
They call her Born.
I have to admit that if I were to rename myself, I would love to rename myself A Star is Born.
Would you?
Yes. Why not? It is predicting my whole fate.
Orange Purple's in the corner crying now.
Yeah, Orange Purple is really upset. She's like, am I a fucking joke to you? And I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
actually you were.
for
You were
real.
a joke that just wouldn't quit.
She is cancelled. So
You are quite literally an inside joke to me, Orange Purple.
there was the cutest one though. Like, okay,
Uh-huh.
they were all super cute.
Yes.
But one was like a long-haired corgi, and her name was Pixie Dust. And she
Pixie
was
Dust?
super friendly. Her name was Pixie Dust.
Oh, I love that.
And her butt was so fluffy.
Oh.
But anyway, it got me to wondering, why do we let horses be named junk like that?
I don't know.
And also, why do we let horses be named that but not dogs?
Right.
Other than this fringe group who's gone and made some very interesting dog names.
I don't know. To be honest, I've always thought it was weird that horses were named like sentences.
Yeah, they're named like crunching on apples.
That's... Don't talk about my horse like that.
Move it or lose it.
That's Ina's horse.
And then there's one named I forgot to wipe my ass. Like, they're named ridiculous things.
Marissa.
That's my horse. My horse. It's because he has, like, he's white mainly, but he's got this big brown spot where his, like, rump is.
Yeah, he had no other choice but to be named that. You actually did the right thing.
I call him Wipey for short.
Wipey?
Wipey. This is a monstrosity.
Wipey?
Please draw fan art of my horse.
Wipey the horse?
Wipey. So what about a question?
What about a question? You just
What
asked.
is it about a question that intrigues us so?
Well,
I don't know what it is about a question. It makes me want to answer.
so, like, maybe say yes instead of making a whole big to-do about it. Jeez. How about I just ask the question? Okay.
How about you do?
You're so lucky you are 8 hours away from me because I would throttle you right now.
Ooh.
What is a good substitute for stepping on a crunchy leaf?
Ooh, acorns, acorns, acorns.
Just the acorn tops, though. If you step in the whole acorn, it's not gonna crunch.
No. No, you're incorrect because you see, I go to college where there is a large surplus of acorns. And I just step right on them and they do big poppy crunches. It's fabulous.
But don't acorns come at the same time as leaves? They fall on the ground at the same time.
I mean, yes and no.
So wait, is this question asking crunchy leaves at different times of the year?
Well, it's saying a substitute for stepping on a crunchy leaf. So I'm assuming it's because it's not the right season for crunchy leaves on the ground, or because you live in like a big city and there aren't crunchy leaves at all because there's no, foliage to speak of.
Okay.
So summertime, a substitute for a crunchy leaf would be once it gets super dry, the grass that's kind of brown and burnt to a crisp, and it's stiff like needles, that gives a good crunch.
Yes, but that hurt.
Well, if you wear shoes, it won't hurt you.
True.
My answer for this comes from working at a grocery store, but you don't have to work at a grocery store for this to happen.
Okay.
You go to a grocery store any time of year, go to the onion section. Those onion peels that flake off as people are shopping for their onions, they're going to be just sitting there on the floor until someone can sweep them. You step on one of those, mwah, chef's kiss, it is exactly like stepping on a crunchy leaf.
Aww.
Your anxiety will thank me.
But what season is it?
Any season you want.
Just buy an onion.
What about wintertime? I think in the winter,
Just crunchy snow when it's packed real nice.
crunchy snow, yeah. Snow after it's melted a little bit and refroze, or after it's rained and then that froze. Either way, it makes this nice sheet of ice over the snow.
Ooh, yeah.
What about spring, though?
Acorn.
I like to substitute stepping on a crunchy leaf by stepping on the skulls of my enemies.
In the springtime?
That for me is very satisfying.
That's the very spring season activity.
Yeah. Persephone comes back up from the underworld with some skulls for you. Starts the spring season off.
I mean, you do some spring cleaning of your friends' list literally with your foot on their skull.
I don't know if there's anything crunchy in springtime. Spring is the season of mud.
Yes, spring is very soft. Everything's a little soft. Your stomach is a little soft from all the food you ate in the winter.
After all those holidays.
I mean, maybe like this would be gross, and I've never tried it, but there's a lot of worms in the springtime because of the rain.
Yeah.
And they, sometimes they die right on your driveway and they dry up. Maybe that does a crunch. I don't know.
You're saying you never stepped on a dried up worm. It is not satisfying.
Is it not?
No. They don't really get crunchy. They kind of just get like a beef jerky, how it's definitely dry, but it's not like...
Mm-hmm.
It's dry, but it's not crunchy.
Yeah.
It's not going to crunch apart, it's just going to disintegrate.
Well, that's just disappointing, isn't it?
I think at that time, during the spring, you gotta just kind of throw down some nuts on the ground and do a tap dance on top of them.
Acorns. Acorns.
Yeah, the acorns come back. And the onions.
It's gotta be the onions, though.
Okay, but something that's really satisfying, for me at least, to step on in the springtime is to just go gung-ho right into a puddle and just splashy splash.
She is Shrek, apparently. I keep thinking about Ina as Shrek, and it's making me want to change the what to are you later.
Shrek.
We'll have to see.
What was it gonna be? Give us a teaser.
It was gonna be what two Tom Hanks roles are you?
Tommy,
oh, dang,
boy.
that's so good.
I know.
And now we're all gonna miss out.
That will be later, I guess.
It goes back into the vault.
Because we gotta do Shrek now.
We really do. I know one for Amy.
For Amy what?
For a Shrek, what to are you for Amy?
We're not there yet. I don't know why.
It hurts.
Ina. Okay, don't think about that. Think about this. Ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Think about, what do you think animals feel about humans wearing clothes?
Well, I think about that a lot, actually, to be honest, because I'm like...
I know you do. You came up with this question.
Right, well, because Sir Perzelot, our beautiful cat,
You were making fun of those dogs' names. Well, not making fun of them, but you brought up the dogs' names, and we literally named our cat Sir Perzelot.
Okay, but that's the best name
That's
ever.
not a sentence.
It's a pun.
It's enough words to be a sentence.
It's the best name ever. Anyway, we call him Percy. Actually, we generally these days we call him Putty, but that's not necessarily so important. He always wants to be around you, so he's always watching me get dressed, and I'm like, what does he think? Does he think that I just tear off my fur every day and put on a new fur? Or does he just not care at all? I don't know.
The thing is, we've put him in clothes before. He doesn't like it.
That's true.
But I think he understands the concept of putting something else on you. Maybe he thinks it's like a blanket. We wrap him up in blankets a lot.
He does like blankets. But does he think it's weird that we don't have fur?
Absolutely. He thinks we're ridiculous.
He's like, I've never met a Sphinx cat before, but you are one.
You're nasty.
You're a really big Sphinx cat there, mister.
And you forgot to wipe your ass.
What?
Sorry, I didn't mean... wasn't talking to you, horse. Would you guys like to do a bit?
A bit.
A bit?
A bit.
A bit.
A bit.
This bit is called... Stack 'em up. In this bit, we are going to take 10 items of a certain category. So, for example, it could be, fast food mascots. And then rank them based on a certain order, 1 to 10, that we all have to agree upon. So we're going to have to fight it out.
Ooh, that's going to be hard.
Okay.
So, this time, it's going to be the least. So, number 10 is going to be least to most number 1.
Okay.
So, least to most dateable Rick and Morty characters.
Oh my god, I love this.
So, I have compiled a list of the characters we will be doing in question. We got Rick.
Shocking.
We have Morty. We have Summer. We have Beth. We have Jerry. We have Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Mm-hmm.
You have Bird Person. You have Tammy. We have a single Mr. Meeseeks. And we have Principal Vagina.
All right. Okay.
This is hard because so many of them were undateable.
Exactly. That's why it's going to be a fight. And when I thought of this, I was so proud.
I was ready to be out here and be like, Jerry's last. But there are worse people than Jerry on this list.
Let us start with number 10.
Start with number 10.
Who do you think is
I need
the
to
least?
say something first.
What?
Mr. Meeseeks has to be in, the top 3 because he will do whatever you want.
This is wrong.
No, you can't just say such scandalous things because he will hate living for more than one day.
Yeah, well, he's just a fling.
No. This is like dateable in the fact you're dating them
Long term.
not because they're a fling. This is supposed to be long-term. You can bring them home to your mother, which is going to be a qualification for me.
Okay.
Which sadly puts Mr. Meeseeks in last place.
I would say Mr. Meeseeks is above Tammy.
Tammy.
Untrue.
Nope, Tammy's pretty
A
bad.
bad person? Yes.
Yes.
Dateable? Yes. She's dateable.
I don't know if she's dateable because she's secretly plotting to kill you the whole time.
Still pretty dateable. Because there's like a long time before she actually kills you. You know what I mean? Like, she's plotting for a long time, but it's like months. Whereas Mr. Meeseeks, you couldn't be with him for a day.
But, like, don't you think that the way that the relationship ends in reflection, like, if we are making this list by, like, 2020, hindsight's 2020, don't you think that outweighs the guy could only be around for one day, the fact that she literally wanted to kill me the entire time?
No, because at the end of it, Mr. Meeseeks will try to kill you.
Yeah, so does she.
So you're saying one is worse than the other?
They're both trying to kill you, but you invested emotionally in her longer. Mr. Meeseeks, it's like one day. If he's trying to kill me after one day, then, like, fine, I guess I'll just go get therapy, but, maybe there's something wrong with me.
Yeah, but you're dating him less long. It's not as dateable.
Yeah, but Tammy's a literal psychopath, and when you discover that makes her the worst.
Yeah, but she's more dateable.
No.
Yes!
She is more dateable.
Like in a physically more able to date her.
Oh.
She's not ugly. You could introduce her to your parents. The relationship wouldn't last that long because she tried to kill you.
Plus, you wouldn't know that she's plotting to kill you.
I know, I'm just saying that at the end of it, if you dated all 10 of these people and you were to rate your experiences, you would rate Tammy as the absolute worst because you invested so much time in her and then it turned out at the end she was a psychopath who the whole time had been trying to kill you.
I don't know. I think I would be Mr. Meeseeks who tried to kill me after a day.
I don't know. I just think that's like you dodged a bullet. Like, I found that out after one day, thank God. But Tammy, it's like, where did I go wrong? Why did I let myself love this woman for so long?
Amy, you're crazy.
You were less able to date Mr. Meeseeks.
I'm only gonna let you have this because Ina said this too, but Tammy has gotta be 9 and that is final.
Fine.
I mean, like, fine, but I still don't.
It doesn't matter because that is the bargain I'm driving for this.
That's not how democracy works, but, like, whatever. This is a fascist dictatorship. Next terrible guy, bird person.
I mean, bird person does not have much of a personality,
Exactly.
I will say. But I think that...
Does he have a soul? I'm not sure.
Is bird person worse than Jerry?
Yes.
Because Jerry is kind of a whole lot.
Jerry is a failure, yes. But, like, does he ultimately care? Yes, he does. Bird person, I don't know what he cares about.
Well, he very much makes it clear that he cares about Tammy and Rick.
But you never feel that. You know, he's, like, literally robotic.
I just think that he is somebody that I would feel much more comfortable bringing home to meet my parents than Jerry.
Are we really going to be making this argument when there's Principal Vagina to consider?
Principal Vagina is also...
Worse than Jerry.
But I think Bird Person is not as bad. I think that Principal Vagina I would put below Bird Person.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so...
Because Principal Vagina,
He's a
I do
pervert.
think he's just like a... Is he a pervert?
He's a pervert!
I don't remember where he's a pervert, but I believe you.
They literally incept into his head, and he's, like, having sex dreams about his students.
He is gross, isn't he? I know that he's kind of not a great guy.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole.
I didn't think it was so bad, but you're right, he does.
He's nasty.
He is super nasty. So he's gonna go third to last. And now we're gonna have to fight again.
Bird person.
I don't think it should
Bird
be
person's
Bird Person.
worse than Jerry.
What about, hear me out, Beth?
Beth is not worse than Jerry.
I think Beth and Jerry are both equally as bad, if I'm being honest. Because Jerry is a failure and a loser and all of that, but Beth...
She's high and mighty and very abusive.
And she also doesn't share... She, like, expects people to read her mind, and that makes me crazy. Like, learn to communicate, girl. And she's also definitely an alcoholic.
Well, yeah, but I don't think she's worse than Bird person.
I just don't... I think Bird Person doesn't have anything wrong with him. He's just a guy who happens to be monotone.
I can't date someone who doesn't show their emotions.
I mean, I'm not saying he's a top tier, but I'm saying that he does show his emotions. It's just in an unconventional way.
I don't think he is. So
And I think unconventional people are worthy of
Ina's gonna have to solve this because I'm not gonna settle.
I am looking at his wiki page because I need to know some more facts about him before I decide.
All right. What are the facts you are learning?
I mean, he has terrible fashion. That's certainly one thing.
So he's always gonna look stupid.
I mean, I always look stupid. This is not an issue for me.
It says that he's nice but tedious, and he's monotone, limited facial expression, scarce bodily movement. I couldn't date someone who's like that. I need someone who's gonna make me laugh. I have such a range in my voice that someone who is monotone would confuse me.
It could even you out, though.
I need someone with a personality. He doesn't have one.
I'm waiting for Enid to make a decision.
Okay, well, I say I couldn't date Bird Person. I could date Jerry more than Bird Person.
Fine.
Okay, Jerry versus Beth.
If I'm gonna be honest, I think that Beth is worse, because I think Jerry puts in more work than she does.
That's very true. He tries and he fails, like, really hard, but he is trying.
Yes.
Beth kind of thinks she's above it all.
Yes. She's, I think, just checked out emotionally. I think that she doesn't think she has anything to change in the relationship.
So she never will.
Yes. And I think that Jerry realizes he's a failure most of the time, and is like, how do I fix things? And he goes about it the wrong way. He needs actual professional help.
But he has had some character growth, whereas Beth has, like, had character deterioration.
Yeah, she's had some regression there. I mean, I don't blame her. She's biologically Rick's daughter, so
Yeah.
that's gotta emotionally cripple a person, but
But she's super abusive.
it's because she's an alcoholic.
Alright, so Beth, then it's gotta be Jerry after that.
Yeah.
Yes. And then it's
Gotta be Rick.
I can't believe we've let Rick get so high on this list.
Rick is next.
Here's the thing about Rick. He's had some long-term relationships. Were they exclusive? I don't think so.
He perpetually has vomit on his lip. You have to imagine kissing that.
It's gonna be gross, but he can do cool things for you that no one else can do.
True. It's about his mind.
He can give you some extravagant gifts.
It is true. Here's the thing, because I want to say I don't think we can let Rick get any higher on this list, but then you have to think about Summer and Morty, who are literal, like, immature children. Like, it's not even in this think piece, when we dated them, we would obviously also be
Their age.
the same age as them, or they would be aged up or something, so it wouldn't be weird in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more just that they are very immature.
Morty has grown in maturity, though.
He's also a sweetie.
He is a pure being. Rick has no love in his heart.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't think Rick can go any higher than 4.
No. I think Summer
I'm surprised he got to 4.
It's because you picked such deplorable people.
But this whole show is full of deplorable people.
Summer is the next, though, because she is kind of a brat.
Yeah, she is a brat.
At least Morty has a heart of gold.
He does. He makes bad decisions, but...
Summer be cute, though.
Okay.
Yeah, but, like, that's why she's made it to 3, but she doesn't make it any further.
Yeah, Morty, I would definitely date Morty over Summer because he's at least nice.
Summer has a lot of the same toxic tendencies as Rick and Beth.
Yeah. Also, for me at least, dating people is more about personality than looks, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't think that Morty is gonna get cute looking and there's gonna be a sort of...
He's gonna look like Jerry.
I care more about personality than looks also, but
you're being shallow right now.
there are some looks that I can't get past.
He's not that ugly.
Not ugly.
You're insane.
Morty's just, it's not that he's ugly, he's just this type of person that I do not like to date.
He's still a kid. You don't know what he's gonna grow into.
If he's gonna grow into Jerry, then he's gonna be scrawny
I
weird.
mean, Jerry's not scrawny.
He's like soft.
I don't care about that. I don't care
He's
about
a very good boy.
He's a good boy.
Also, it's 2 against 1.
True. Okay. Mr. Poopy Butthole is the ultimate date.
You have no bad memories with him.
He's great.
He's a family man.
He's fabulous.
And you get to wear a top hat.
That's true. Top hats are cool.
Plus, I'd love to wake up and hear that, ooh-wee. That'll put me in a good mood, you know what I mean? He's just, like, very optimistic.
I don't know, I kind of think that that would be the thing that annoys me about him eventually.
Well, that's really depressing of you.
So this is the final order. Number 10, a single Mr. Meeseeks. Number 9, Tammy. 8, Principal Vagina. 7, Bird Person. 6, Beth. 5, Jerry. 4, Rick. 3, Summer. 2, Morty. And 1, Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Ooh-wee. And this is where our ads would go if we had any.
All right, so the next question is, I saw a photo the other day on the internet, for some context, which said, Sonic the Hedgehog has now been cited in more than 200 divorce proceedings. What do you think Sonic the Hedgehog did to these couples? I must know.
Well, he's sexier than either of them, probably.
He got married 200 times, and then cheated on all of them.
He can afford a nice ring. He's got so many of them.
That is his form of currency.
It's because that movie that they made, one of the people in the couple thought the original one was going to be good.
Oh, God.
And the other person said that he was so ugly they couldn't stay married to that person because they thought that.
Valid. Get out of there.
I would break up with him too, yeah, that's pretty gross.
It also could just be, like, this is less fun, but it could just be because, like, one of them was just super obsessed with playing the game and didn't pay attention to their spouse anymore.
That game is so old, they haven't made a new Sonic the Hedgehog game in so long.
Well, more reason to want to divorce them for being obsessed with it.
They're addicted to the classics.
That's just, I couldn't imagine looking at old graphics.
Well, then you would divorce your spouse for being obsessed with it, wouldn't you?
I don't like to look at old movies, I don't like to listen to old, like, soundtracks, and I don't like to look at old games. I like the new.
Maybe he stole their rings, right? Because he collects those rings.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime anyone dropped a ring, he was quick to just snatch it up and leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then, not having the ring anymore, couple got into a huge fight.
They're like, how dare you lose the ring?
But Sharon, I love you!
That was a symbol of our love, and if you lost it, you don't really love me. Some people are like that.
Or if Sonic the Hedgehog proposed to somebody, it would not have a rock on it. It would just be gold band.
Oh, yeah.
He takes the wedding band, not really so much the engagement ring.
Right.
So anytime a wife catches her husband without his wedding band, she's like, you're cheating on me.
You're cheating on me. And he's like, no, it was Sonic. And she's like, you've been sleeping with Sonic the Hedgehog? And he's like, no, that's not what I meant. But it's too late.
There it is. A couple of those people really were sleeping with Sonic.
You just really want Sonic to be a prolific hedgehog.
He probably is.
He's suave.
Is he suave?
He's very
I
suave.
don't know. I never played those games.
I just thought he was kind of a good, solid guy. I didn't think he was particularly suave.
I mean, compared to other video game characters.
Just because he's fast. Honestly, I think fast would be a detriment.
That's not really what I mean, though. He just kind of has that air about him, like, I'm so cool.
I bet all of the reasons we listed were true in at least one of the cases.
True, there's so many.
There are.
200 is a lot.
Very true. But guess what, guys?
What?
It's time for... What two are you? Okay, we all knew it was coming. Now it's time for What two Shrek characters are you? Bow, 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 bow.
And no Tom Hanks.
I know.
Later, we love you, Tom.
I just want you to know, every time you do that bow, 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 bow noise, it just sounds like the Blue's Clues character, Blue.
Oh.
She's like, bow, bow, bow.
Oh.
Bow, bow, bow.
Yeah.
I like Blue, so that's fine with me.
Blue having a party.
Cute.
Bow, 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 bow. DJ Blue in the house.
There's some blue in this house. There's some blue in this house.
I got a clue. My name's Blue. I got a clue for you. Boom.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome. So, I know we were joking about it before, but I'm not sure that Ina actually is Shrek.
Nah.
No, Ina's definitely Fiona.
Yeah.
She's definitely that awkward, secretly ogre, but like also hot girl.
100%.
Very gassy, very weird interests.
True. Also, she knows karate.
Oh, yeah.
Looks good in a braid.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
I can also sing really high notes, and birds might explode in my presence. What can I say?
I mean, that's everybody if they sing a note too high, I think.
But I can really sing those notes.
Not everyone can sing that high.
Amy is
Prince Charming.
Oh.
What? Amy is Prince Charming.
I am Prince Charming.
The blonde hair.
Yep.
The narcissism.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
The sass.
Yes.
The arrogance.
Of course.
The underhanded plots to get what you want.
You're the manipulator, not me. We've already discussed this.
Or am I?
No, he throws a lot of hissy fits, though.
Don't bring up my mental health at this time.
Okay, but also super attached to family members.
True. I'm too sexy for my shirt.
Certainly.
Like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fucking Shrek 2, the best. No, you're right.
Okay,
That's
okay.
fair and accurate.
Marissa is donkey.
A donkey!
I could
It's so
see
true.
it.
Okay, well, one, she loves to just make repetitive noises a lot.
True.
She would certainly do that.
Very loud, very annoying.
She's very attached to certain people, whether they're fictional or real. Like, if she likes you a lot, and she won't let it go.
Don't bring my fictional obsessions into this.
It's like a small circle, but you're all very tight.
An exclusive club.
Yeah.
And she's also, like, super loyal, really good friend, funny.
Likes to sing randomly.
She does prefer waffles to pancakes.
Okay. I think Ina's second one is the gingerbread man.
Yes! Gingy!
Gingy. She would be Gingy. She's like,
Not the gumdrop buttons.
I mean, listen to that voice. It is Gingy. She's like defiant enough, but also kind of quiet about how she is defiant, you know?
Yeah, like a bit nervous, a bit skittish, but also, like,
Exactly,
if you push her
exactly.
into a corner, she'll come at you.
Yeah.
Unless you threaten the gumdrop buttons.
She will cave for the gumdrop buttons.
Also, if I had a big version of me, you know I'd love it.
Oh my gosh.
You are a big version of you.
Roasted.
Okay. Amy's Pinocchio.
Reasons.
Why?
I'm not wearing ladies' underpants.
That's truly, you can't know.
She is a lady!
Wrong.
Amy exclusively wears
I
thongs.
totally own up to wearing thongs.
Okay,
you
but
can't just say that I'm a character just because they wore a thong.
But it feels right. It feels...
No, it's wrong.
Well, I need more than just that to go on.
Okay, fine. But...
Ina just wanted the world to know that I wear thongs, but I would have said it anyway. These butt cheeks cannot be contained. Regular underwear turns into a thong anyway, so I just gave in.
Okay, fine. No Pinocchio for you.
Not Pinocchio. I don't know that it's a what to are you, but I just get big Marissa vibes from watching The Big Bad Wolf.
Wolf and I would jam.
Yes, definitely. Like, you guys would be BFFs.
Okay. An actual one for Amy. Puss in Boots.
Yes!
Hey!
Because she can attack if she needs to. But also, she's got a baby face.
Yes.
But she can also somehow be super sexy. And I feel like Puss in Boots, you know, he can be super adorable. And he can also be, like, dangerous. I mean, I don't know if I want to call him sexy, but sexy, you know?
Two other cats, he's sexy.
Now, he's a character that I would say is suave.
Yes, suave. There you go. That is a better word. But, like, so, you know, he's got those two sides. He also is just, like, you know, he's got a lot of pride.
Yeah.
And when it gets hurt, he gets very angry.
Yeah, wouldn't you?
Also, he works for coins, and Amy loves finding coins.
Yes.
Like, if she finds a coin on the street, she's got to pick it up. She loves coins.
I have a whole coin life theory, but that's for another time.
You're just gonna drop a 42 on us and not explain yourself?
Alright. People say that finding a penny on the ground is lucky. So in my head, I kind of ran with that. And whenever I see a coin on the ground, it's turned out to be very good for me because I find a coin and I think, what is going to be lucky about today? And then I start looking for things that are lucky as opposed to thinking about the bad things. So I get excited when I see a coin and I pick it up and I keep it. But obviously, the higher the coin amount, the better luck is coming for you. So, you know, you pick it up and you just start looking for good things. And you're both a little bit richer and a little bit more optimistic. Marissa is Farquaad.
Aww. I
Short,
knew it was gonna come to this. You're so mean.
She is short, but she's so feisty.
He wears red. That's Marissa's favorite color.
Am I also hideous?
No.
No, honestly, Farquaad is not hideous. He's got a very strong jawline.
That hair is a tragedy.
Okay, well...
But it was the fashion of the time. You can't fault him for being fashionable at the time. He enjoys being powerful and king.
He likes watching people suffer.
Excuse me?
I don't know that that's a trait that Marissa shares with him.
I'm literally an empath.
No, but I mean, like, you're petty, and if someone wrongs you, you want them to suffer.
Okay, that is a better way of wording that.
But do I actually want to watch it? Nah.
I guess that's true.
I don't know. I think that he's got strong Marissa vibes, very commanding presence despite being short, very proud, and he is sassy. All right. Is that settled? That was really quick for us.
Yeah.
In summary, Ina is a gingy Fiona mix.
Mm-hmm.
Amy is a charming Puss in Boots mix. And Marissa is a Farquaad donkey mix.
A Very weird mixture.
Both of mine were from Shrek 2. I do want to point that out.
Well, Shrek 2 is the best of the Shrek movies.
Shrek 2 is the best one, and I do have to say that I feel I need a hero in my soul all the time.
I need a hero!
That's the best version of I Need a Hero.
Yeah, that's the best.
It is.
Anywhere ever. Changed my mind.
You cannot. It is impossible to change my mind.
It's the best cinematic moment ever.
I could listen to that one and not be watching the movie, and it still slaps.
That's so true. So true.
All right, guys. Next question.
All right.
Do you subscribe to my theory that babies are just pet humans?
Yes.
Because you feed them, you walk them, you have to give them socialization time with other babies.
You pat them.
You pet them. You cannot understand them at all. You just kind of talk at them and they make weird noises at you and you just accept that as life.
And you think they're cute.
And they're kind of boring. They only, like, eat and sleep and poop. And that's pretty much it. But you're like, I love you. You're so cute.
Yes. And they're so clingy. Like, you can't put them in another room for 10 minutes.
And you have to teach them tricks.
And they make a mess. You have to proof your whole house from them.
Yes. You gotta clean them when they, like, get shit all over themselves.
If you want to do something, you have to get a sitter.
True.
They're always getting into something.
Oh, yeah.
What's that in your mouth? What did you put in your mouth? That's something you'd ask your pet and your child?
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
It's just weird because children are pets that then transform into people, and I wish that regular pets did that.
Well, there is an Instagram account that I started watching called Hunger for Words. And
I
it's
love it.
all about this dog named Stella. And her owner is like a speech therapist or something like that. And she taught her dog to talk through buttons.
Yes.
It's amazing.
And it's so cool. And I've seen a lot of people teaching their pets to do this now. It's become like a very big TikTok thing. And she put out a book recently.
Ooh.
How Stella learned to talk. She's getting free promotion from me right now. But she's so cool to
We
me.
give a lot of free promotion on this show.
Fair. I think it's pretty cool that they've found a way to talk to dogs, because if we've found a way to talk to babies, then we might as well find a way to talk to our fur babies. We literally call them fur babies.
I gotta say, though, I would prefer for myself to just have pets.
If you had a baby with a lot of hair, just like two very hairy people had a baby, and that baby came out with a lot of hair, do you think that would be considered a fur baby?
I mean, sure.
If anything, they're a hairy baby. Hairy baby.
All right. So I take it you guys both agree.
Yes, 100%.
Another question.
Yes.
What would life be like if instead of ribbiting, tree frogs whispered, "I'm here"?
It's a weird story how this happened. I do a lot of plays, and I was in a play, and the stage crew member was speaking over his mic and telling the stage manager that he was there. But I'm just standing there in the dark in the wings, and like right behind me, I just hear, "I'm here." And I was so startled, and it just felt like out of nowhere, and I just like, somehow it came about in my mind, like, what if that's what Tree Frog said? What if like you're just standing out there in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden you just hear, "I'm here." Like, right next to your ear, hanging from a tree.
I'm here.
Oh my god. Isn't that the most terrifying thing you've ever imagined?
It really is, especially because, I mean, these aren't tree frogs, but our neighbor has a pond, and these frogs are always going gunk, gunk, gunk. They make a gunking sound.
Yeah, they're kind of like, oh.
Yeah, they're fabulous.
It sounds like a rubber band snapping.
It happens all the time in the summer, like, just nonstop gunking. And so it would just be, "I'm here,
I'm here,
I'm here,
I'm here,
I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm there, I'm all over, da-da-da-da."
They just want you to know where they are. They don't want to be forgotten.
The most incessant friend ever.
I'm here.
It's like anti-camouflage.
Yes.
They want you to know where they're at.
Literally. The thing is, if it actually were a thing, it would just be normal to us, and we wouldn't think anything of it.
No, but that's not true, okay? There are some things that happen in life that I still question.
Deers in their eye hole gasping.
There's a lot of weird animal things. Like, someone back me up on this.
I mean, I guess at this point I've forgotten why we've brought it up, but a weird animal thing is cats being able to retract their claws. That's pretty weird.
No! That doesn't count for the scenario at all.
What is the scenario? I forgot.
No, we were talking about like weird things that animals do that we're like, what the fuck?
Because I said that if frogs did say "I'm here," then we would just be used to it and it wouldn't be weird.
You're right.
No, but I think that would still be weird. I think we'd still be talking about it.
Yes. Frogs would be our overlords, and we would bow to them.
Or what if the words "I'm here" in the English language derive from frogs riveting that at you?
I mean, could be.
That would be probably the case.
Right?
The whole lexicon would change, probably. Slightly.
Only just those 2 words, but yeah.
Well, no, because so many different things are based off of other things. Like, the roots would change and stuff, and I think it would probably change a lot of things.
I don't think so.
Well, you're wrong.
I don't know.
Inconclusive. I'm still trying to think of a weird animal thing. Oh, how about birds vomiting into their baby birds' mouths?
Ew, right?
That's still weird.
Nasty.
Also, just the cloaca.
The what?
The bird's butthole /
Vagina.
egg-laying / sexual organ.
Why do you know the word for that?
You've never heard of a cloaca?
No!
Oh my gosh, what's wrong with you?
Who are you?
Have you been in a hole?
I literally was about to bring up cloaca before when we were talking about bird person, but I didn't.
I was thinking of cloacas earlier when we saw some snakes today.
Who are you guys?
They have cloacas.
Who are you guys?
That's how they lay eggs.
I've never heard this word in my life.
You have not been taught in the ways of birds. You want to know something else weird?
Okay.
My roommate from forever
Has
ago.
a cloaca?
He used to work in animal psychology, bird psychology. There's some weird, very niche
Bird
kind of
psychology?
It was a very weird thing, and he loved birds. But basically, the point of this is he worked with animals, and he had this friend of his, or somebody who used to work with him or something. And this friend, they did a very well-respected paper about how mongooses are sexually attracted to the size of another mongoose's asshole.
Oh!
So, because they're only mating with ones with big assholes, their assholes are getting bigger with each generation.
That's hysterical. Do you think maybe it's because, mongooses, they, live in tunnels. They're always in holes in the ground. So they see an asshole and they're like, that's a tunnel I could bury myself in.
That's actually exactly what they say, yes.
Yes!
A Ricky Tikky Tavi out here I could bury myself in that ass. And then he does, and it's a great time.
We can't go a single episode without talking about sex at least 3 times.
Yes, that's true. I'm not even going to argue with that. You're right.
I know, it's true.
Yeah, so that's my favorite animal fact that I've ever had.
Well, it's something.
Last time I ruined deer, now you ruined mongooses.
I don't think they're ruined. I just think it's weird.
Mongooses are made better by this fact.
Maybe.
We just know that mongooses are butt people, and you can't really argue with that because they don't really have boobs. They have no choice.
Oh my gosh, I just googled this just because I'm interested now.
Yeah.
The first thing that came up is apparently African marsh mongooses use their butts to lure in birds to eat.
What?
It lures in birds for some reason.
Probably because the birds are like, look at that fucking cloaca, and they start drooling. And then they fly over there, getting real excited.
I don't think they have cloacas.
No, but a cloaca is a bird asshole, so I'm saying that the birds see the mongoose asshole, think cloaca, they come over, getting ready to mate with it, and then the mongoose comes around and is like, psych, and then eats them.
I mean, who can resist a good twerk anyway?
You're right. And that's it. It's less that it's their ass that they're attracted to and more that it's the size of their weapon, you know? It's like if you see a knight in the medieval times and he's got a dagger on his hip, you're not interested in that knight. But if he's got a broadsword, then you're like, this, sir, you may save me from my tower any day.
Are you only talking about penises?
I was actually literally talking about swords, but I was aware of the penis reference that you might have thought of.
It felt completely like a reference.
I mean, penis is on the brain always with everyone who's ever existed, and you can't say no because even a 13-year-old boy draws dicks on the chalkboard. So
They probably did that even in ancient times.
I'm sure they did.
Right? They found ancient graffiti of people just carving their own names into great artifacts.
Michelangelo spent probably weeks sculpting a penis.
And he was small.
And drawing them all over the Sistine Chapel.
You're right. Alright guys, well, that's all the ice-breaking we can do today. I've broken enough.
It is shattered.
It is shattered. It's going in my cup of Coca-Cola as we speak because I am thirsty. If you would like to send us a question, message us on Facebook or Instagram at Fess Up Podcast. You can send us an email at fessuppodcast@gmail.com. Tweet a question at us at fessup_podcast. And don't forget to use the hashtag UBFest. Send us new questions or let us know what happened when you used our icebreakers with your friends. If anybody sends us a funny anecdote, we will talk about it on this podcast.
Yeah.
Share our podcast with everybody you know and get the word out there about your 3 wacky friends. Woo! That's it for me. I've been Amy.
I'm Marissa.
And I'm Ina.
And I'm here.
A frog? Where is it?
I'm here.
That last I'm here got me.